The DC police chief warned us. She said that if there's an active shooter, take them down. I responded to her with what? My bare hands? It's almost impossible to get a gun in DC. Guns stop crimes. It has been estimated that over 2 million crimes are stopped every year by law-abiding citizens with guns. The town of Kennesaw, Georgia passed a law a few years back requiring the heads of households to own a firearm. Home robberies fell 89%. It's not rocket science. But you would think so if you listen to the gun grabbers and the liberal media. More guns with good guys equals less crime. Period.
Yeah.
I've spent a large part of my time in the Senate fighting for the Second Amendment. As we speak, President Obama is trying to take gun rights from our senior citizens and our veterans, simply by combing through records and taking away gun rights from anyone who has requested that their family help them with their finances, or from veterans with PTSD. I'll be damned before I'll let the government take guns from the very veterans who fought to preserve this country. This year I sponsored a bill to stop Barack Obama's unconstitutional attempt to take gun rights from our senior citizens and our veterans. I've also sponsored the Defend Our Capital Act, which provides concealed carry for Washington, D.C. Funny story about that one. I proposed the bill as an amendment to the entire D.C. budget. The liberals were not amused. The committee chair and the Democrats on the committee nearly lost their minds, mostly because they knew that if we had the vote, I was going to win. They couldn't stand the possibility that you could have concealed carry in D.C. They pulled the entire budget down. Rather than even vote on the budget or vote on my amendment, they just pulled the whole thing down. I still get hateful looks from the D.C. delegate. I don't mind making other people uncomfortable if it's in the defense of liberty.
Yeah.
I will do whatever is necessary to defend our God-given rights. Twice in the last 3 years, I held up the entire Senate to defend your right to be left alone. I stood on the Senate floor for nearly 13 hours to defend the idea that we are innocent until proven guilty. I believe that each of the rights listed in the Bill of Rights depend upon each other. That's why I tell people you won't have the Second Amendment very much longer if you don't start protecting the Fourth Amendment. I filibustered to stop the unconstitutional spying on Americans that threatens our freedoms. We must remain vigilant. A government that can violate your rights, a government that can spy on you without a warrant and then lie to you about it, that's a government that might someday just come to take your guns. The Bill of Rights protects us all, but only if we stand up for the entire Bill of Rights. I've stood against Democrats and some Republicans trying to trample your rights. I was among the first to sound the alarm on the United Nations Small Arms Treaty and its threat to our gun rights and to our sovereignty. Now millions of Second Amendment supporters